Who is El Nino?
Well, from what I noticed, El Nino is a YouTuber with 443,000 subscribers at the time of recording this, and he apparently likes to discredit police in a lot of his YouTube shorts. And it's kind of weird. I went through his content, a lot of random stuff. Some other guy was on there and asking girls their favorite sex positions. Strange, really weird. A lot of just mismatched content. Don't really know what he's trying to do, but he gets a lot of hits where he discredits police and he makes false statements. So he posted this video that we're going to take a look at, and I'm going to break it down, and maybe I can kind of settle it out a little bit and just put a real legal sense into there. Because a lot of things that he says in his videos, they aren't lawful, they aren't true, and if people followed what he says, they could get in a lot of trouble. So let's take a little look.
Stop now. Sir, have I broken any laws?
And already he starts off with this. It's clickbait and it's just to draw viewers in. It's obviously just something that he knows will get people interested.
Stop.
This corrupt cop just arrested this black collar.
I find it really interesting that he brings up the fact that the suspect in this video is African American, when in the entire video it's not brought up.
Student for looking suspicious, and what happens in the end is freaking insane.
Hi, sir. Yes, I'm Officer at the West Des Moines Police Department. The reason why I'm talking to you today is someone called in about you. Are you just handing out flyers?
What am I doing wrong?
People were concerned.
Yeah, concerned for what?
Their neighborhoods, so it's not a big deal.
So right here, the officer, he's being very professional. He's explaining why he's talking to him. And he even says that it's just not a big deal. But yet, it turns into a whole issue.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to figure out what we were concerned about.
Well, in West Des Moines, we have a soliciting ordinance, so if you're knocking on people's doors...
Guys, no crime was committed here. He was just simply handing out flyers for a political campaign he was working on. And in the state of Iowa, handing out flyers is not a crime unless you're selling any products or services, which this guy was not. So at this point, this guy is clearly not breaking any laws and is not under arrest.
I mean, I don't really know what this guy's talking about. I looked it up. I went to the iowa.gov and I looked up what was illegal for soliciting. And it just says plain out an apparent effort to solicit or anything else. That's soliciting, but okay. He also says this statement right here, that the suspect is not under arrest. And honestly, I saw it and I just kind of laughed. Like, are you the cop or something? Like, that's just not how it works.
But the cop has an ego trip and continues to harass him anyways, and later he arrests him.
Yeah, soliciting is what? Offering services.
Yeah.
I'm not offering a service.
Okay.
Okay, so with that being said, I'd like you to leave me alone, sir. I've not broken any laws.
Well, I'm still...
A lot of people find this hard to understand, but when there's a 911 call, there has to be some form of investigation just to make sure that no crimes are being committed and nothing is wrong. It's just kind of hard to understand for some people.
An investigation, because if you're recording me, I'm still recording too, so it's okay.
Investigating what, sir?
A suspicious person. They called in about you.
Okay.
You have an ID with you?
No, I don't.
Do you have your name? Have your name?
No.
So something I find interesting about this is that he says no when asked to identify himself. And usually that would be a huge problem, but apparently in Iowa, it's really hard for police to actually reasonably have somebody identify themselves. And although that says that, technically he does have to identify himself due to there being a 911 call in his place.
Am I under arrest?
No.
Okay.
Well, I'm investigating.
If I'm under arrest, then you have no reason to be talking to me, right?
I can. Actually, yes. You're a suspicious person. Someone called in about...
Suspicious how?
A neighbor called over here, so I don't understand why you're being difficult about this.
I'm not being difficult about anything, because I haven't done anything out of the way.
Okay.
So with that being said, I'll go about my business, sir.
Okay, I'm not done with you yet. You're not free to go.
Have I done it? Have I broken any laws?
4055. Can you send me one this way, please? He's uncooperative.
Have I broken any laws, sir?
I'm talking to you. I'm not done. I'm investigating a suspicious person.
You have a nice day, sir.
Stop.
So right here, the guy tries to leave the investigation site, and that's a big no-no. So the cop, he chases him down a little bit, and he places him under arrest because he's trying to leave the investigation, which is completely lawful.
Stop now.
For what?
I can detain you. Stop.
For what?
Because you're not listening. I'm investigating a suspicious person. Stop
sir,
now.
Sir, have I broken any laws?
Stop.
Tell me what laws I've broken.
I told you to stop.
I don't have to stop.
Yes.
You know
you
I
will.
don't. Either arrest me, tell me what laws I've
55.
broken,
Can you
or get away from me.
step it? Turn around. I'm done.
So you're gonna arrest me?
I'm detaining you.
For what? For
Don't
what?
be resistive.
For what?
Because you're not listening to what I'm saying. Do not be resistive towards me.
I can tell you for sure I have not done anything wrong. I have not broken any laws.
This part is gonna make
You know, El Nino, he keeps saying things like this, but he only talks when the video's been going on for too long. You know what I mean? So it's obviously that he's just doing this all for views, and he's using police as a tool to get views. Honestly, what the officer does when he pulls up, it's pretty normal. He backs up his guy, and that's about it.
you mad. Once the other cop shows up, this happens.
So if I suggest you let me out of these handcuffs immediately.
Well,
Sir,
when you-
could you tell him to take me out of these handcuffs? I have not broken any laws.
Okay, did you stop when he told you to?
No, he kept walking
Okay,
away.
then that's interference. So you're under arrest. Have a seat.
Interfering for what?
Interference. You
You
disobeyed
were,
the lawful order.
you were sitting right there, and I told you to stop 4 or 5 times to identify yourself because there was a suspicious
Sir.
person car, and I'm investigating that.
Investigating what? I have not done anything.
Okay.
You can't just run.
You know, the guy, he sounds very confused. He keeps saying investigation of what, why is this happening, yada, yada, yada. But it was explained to him that there was a 911 call about him being suspicious probably half a dozen times by now. So it's kind of his fault.
On anyone and just say, hey, you look suspicious.
Okay, he told you to stop. He didn't.
And we had calls on you, like I told you.
You're practicing stop and frisk right now. I've not
No.
done
No, you're
anything
under
wrong.
arrest. So.
Under arrest for what? Under arrest for what? What have I done wrong? Tell me now.
You didn't identify yourself.
Okay.
You didn't stop when we asked you to.
Okay.
You can immediately tell based on his body language and the way he carries himself that he doesn't give a fuck and that he's super entitled. And why?
Honestly, yeah, this officer probably doesn't care all that much, but it doesn't mean he's entitled. He's probably just annoyed that this guy is taking advantage of the other officer's kindness and is just giving no care to authority.
Watch what he does next.
What's the issue here, man?
There isn't
Why-
an issue. I
Sit
haven't
back
done
here.
anything wrong.
Sit back here.
I have not done a thing
Why
wrong.
would you not listen to me?
Because I have not done anything wrong, sir. Could you let me out of these handcuffs immediately?
Sit back here. I just want to log him and get him out of here because people were concerned because he was.
Put him in custody. If he's gonna walk away, don't let him play that game. Because he's just gonna keep playing it next time. He's just
This officer is pretty correct. If he gets off easy this time, he's just going to do it again next time. That's why we have something called repeat offenders. It's because they get off so easy the first time, so they keep doing it.
gonna think that he can now just walk away from cops. If he doesn't want to stop, he just doesn't have to.
He was sitting right here, and I just said, hey, there was a concern for you. Why?
Turn off and you know.
If this doesn't give it away that these cops are corrupt, I don't know what the fuck will. He literally said to the other cop to turn off his body cam to hide any evidence. This is why it's important to film any interaction you have with a police officer, because
Although, yes, it's a little bit weird that he turns off his body cam and all that. But there was an investigation. Turns out that nothing was corrupt about it. Everybody got off fine. Those officers are still in service. But honestly, it's really up to your discretion if you want to record yourself in a police officer's conversation. Some states it's legal, some states it's a little bit illegal. But it's really just up to you.
stuff like this. The guy in the video got charged with harassment of a public official. You gotta be fucking
You know, it's things like this. This guy's just so annoying.
kidding me, guys. The police department did do an internal investigation, but they found the cops of not doing any wrongdoing, and the cops are still working till this day. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below.
I mean, I feel like after this, it's pretty obvious that this guy was just doing it for the clout, you know? He's just trying to get the views, he's trying to get that monetization money. But, I mean, it's just really not okay. You should really do independent research, and if you think that something's fishy about a video, look it up. Do a little bit of research. Everything's online. Most police databases are online, and you can just look up the person's name, and usually it comes up on a news site or something like that. Don't trust all these videos and just do your own independent research, please. Thank you.